We have had a lot of breaking news in the past 24 hours in terms of the whole Ange Postecoglou Tottenham Hotspur manager situation. And we can now confirm, based on what we're seeing online and all the reports, is that Ange Postecoglou is looking like he's about to be sacked in the next few hours. This is massively just insane news that we're hearing. And we're about to hear that his replacement is looking like it's going to be Thomas Frank of Brentford. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos, guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. The channel is growing great. And let's get right into the news. Let's go. So yeah, as you can see, it's looking like they're going to decide the manager situation in the next couple hours. And of course, Tottenham Twitter is having an absolute freak out right now. I'm seeing a lot more Ange in than Ange out. But from what I'm seeing, yeah, it's just a whole meltdown. Looking like Thomas Frank is going to be the replacement. We've had Alistair Gold mention this. We've had Fabrizio Romano mention that anyone that's saying that Levy has come to a conclusion is not exactly true, and that it's all up in the air right now. But Levy has made a decision. That is confirmed. Levy has made a decision, and the announcement is either going to come in the next couple hours, or it's probably going to come tomorrow, or by the time this video might be out. So let's see. As of right now, I'm not seeing any new development, but it's been the same thing cycled over and over again. But yeah, pretty much from what we're seeing right now, it's looking like Ange's probably going to be replaced, unfortunately. You also have Paul O'Keefe here saying as well that Daniel Levy has made a decision regarding Ange Postecoglou's future. No official communication has been made to the coaching staff at Tottenham Hotspur FC at this exact moment. The decision is unknown. So Daniel Levy has made the decision, but his decision is unknown. As you can see, to this thread, someone asked Paul O'Keefe, so what do you think the decision is? He asked, do you know what the decision is? And he said no. What's your educated guess? Paul O'Keefe is saying gone. So obviously Paul O'Keefe is in the know. He's all around the Spurs management, behind the scenes, all that stuff. Based off of what he's gathered, this isn't confirmed. Like, he's not saying like, yeah, he's gone. But based off of his own opinion and what he's formulated, based off of all that he knows, he's thinking that Ange is most likely gone. And the reality of it all is that when conversations are getting this deep, and we're getting to a point now where we're not hearing anything about people saying that Ange is staying. We haven't heard anything about Ange staying. It's just been the decision is unknown, and the decision is either Ange out. We have not heard anyone say like, yeah, Daniel Levy has said that Ange is staying. From what I've seen on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere on social media, it's looking like the decision is that Ange is either going. That's what I see most. Ange is going, or I see option 2. The decision is unknown. I have not seen anyone say that Daniel Levy has decided that Ange is staying. Nothing. So when it comes to a point like this, it just looks like Ange is probably going to be going. And there's just so much narrative and talk about how Daniel Levy is speaking to a bunch of different managers. So it's looking like Ange Postecoglou is most likely gone, guys. Most likely gone. So of course there has been no official announcement. Nothing is confirmed. But from what we're gathering, yeah, it's not looking so hot. I can't lie for the Australian gaffer, to be honest. But it's looking like, as well, we're hearing also links, of course, to Tyler Dibbling, a whole bunch of stuff. It's looking like as well that his replacement, it's looking like it's going to be Thomas Frank. How I feel about this, listen, I like Thomas Frank as a person. I think he's an excellent manager. I think he's an excellent coach. But for me, as I've said multiple times throughout this past couple days and weeks, is that the feeling that Ange has given us, it's something that we need to hold on to. And what kind of message does this send out to managers, knowing that, hey, Spurs have been starved of a trophy for 17 years. They've been starved of a major trophy for 41 years. And if you deliver that trophy, you'll get sacked. What message does that send? Let's be real. And now, of course, we know the league form. Yes, we are all aware of that 100%. But the reality is that Ange weighed up the decisions. Either A, we go harder on the league around January. We go harder on the league and just hope for like a 10th place finish or whatever it may be, maybe 9th. Or B, We say, screw it, we're not going to get relegated. We're not getting Champions League. Let's just go hard on the Europa League and get this trophy and see what happens. Which obviously option B ended up happening, and here we are. That parade was amazing. The whole experience was amazing. The whole game was not amazing, but the feeling after the game was amazing. The watch-alongs were amazing. The fan reaction was amazing. It really brought a unity to this club that we have not seen probably since I've been alive, to be honest. Or at least since the Pochettino days for sure. So what message does this send to managers that are looking to do the Tottenham job and be like, hey, like, if you win a trophy, like, there's no guarantees that you're going to stay in a job. And the big thing here is that I think that we're seeing a constant trend and pattern, I guess, is that clearly the focus of the Tottenham board is top four. That's just the focus. They don't care about trophies. They don't care about glory that Levy always talks about. It's just about top four with this board, especially with Levy. You think Levy actually cares about winning a trophy? He does not care about, because if he cared, Ange would be staying in his job. But Levy doesn't care. So with that being said, it's looking like Thomas Frank is going to be replacing Ange Postecoglou. As I said, nothing confirmed yet. It's looking like it's leaning towards Thomas Frank though for sure. I'm hearing Marco Silva go around. To be honest, I haven't heard any concrete links of Inzaghi, but I'm hearing Marco Silva and Thomas Frank. Those are the two main things. I would not take Marco Silva. Marco Silva over Ange. No, bro. I would not be happy with that. I'd be actually like pretty pissed off. I'll back him, but I wouldn't be happy with that. Thomas Frank, though, that's a completely different conversation. Listen, as I said, I'm tied to Ange just due to emotional reasons, but the big thing for Thomas Frank here is that he's an excellent coach, and I think with what he's been given, especially with what he's done at Brentford, I think he'd be a very good appointment. It's a smart appointment. He'll be able to obviously get the players back on side, and this is what I was talking about, like how if you rip Ange out of that dressing room after they just won a trophy, it's going to be really hard to get those players to re-buy back into a new manager, a new project, a new way of playing. But with Thomas Frank, I think he's like the only exception out of all the managers that we've actually looked at, is that with Thomas Frank, he's a likable guy. He's a good coach. People love him. You love the way he talks. You love the way he speaks. You love the way he sounds, everything. Like, he's a good speaker, similar to Ange, actually. So I think with Thomas Frank, he's a likable guy. I think the players will buy into him. I don't think that'll be a problem. But I think initially, no matter which manager you choose, it'll be tough for the players to be like, okay, let's just like get behind this guy. It'll be tough. And the thing is, with Thomas Frank, I think he'll handle the pressure well, just because of his personality. Like, he's a likable guy. He's a really good coach. Like, I said this on my TikTok. Thomas Frank doesn't get his players to change to the system. He gets his system to change to the players. So he works with whatever he's given. Like, if he sees that our team is more better for a back three, he'll make that change. If our team is more set towards a back two, he'll make that change. Like, he's very well in with the players. Like, he's not going to be like, all right, let's just go gun-ho high line, knowing that we don't have the players able to equip with that. Whereas what he actually does is that, okay, if we're in a bad circumstance, let me get the best out of the players that I currently have available, which I love that. So, like I said, it'll be bittersweet for me. Like, I want Ash to stay, but the more that I actually think about Thomas Frank, I think I could get behind it. I'll back him, of course. He's a likable guy. Where he could get us, I don't know. I'm not certain, because he's had Brentford mid-table, and this is huge for Brentford, though, because they're a small club. He got them in the Premier League, and he has them sustained in the Premier League, so that's huge. It almost gives me, I guess, reminiscence or flashbacks to how Eddie Howe was with Newcastle. Like, Eddie Howe was, getting his relegated team, sustainable in the Premier League. And then he moved to Newcastle, got a big move, and now Newcastle's winning trophies. They're constantly in top four. They're a big club, massive club. So I think this could be similar towards like to the whole Eddie Howe Newcastle situation, where Thomas Frank has been in the mid-table club, has consistently finished mid-table, but he gets the bigger move with better players, better money, and he actually pushes on. We'll see. I'm not sure how it'll look. I'm not sure how it'll go, but irrespective of that, I would get behind Thomas Frank. I would. And then, if we look at this breakdown from Lily White Labs, Frank is someone who adapts brilliantly to the tools he has. He's innovated constantly both with the tactical trends of the Premier League and when his squad has needed reshaping. People say his football is defensive, but he works with the strengths of his squad. Like I said, his championship side were great to watch, but he was able to move to a more pragmatic style in the Premier League as Brentford's spending power is poor. There's no way he looks at Spurs squad and thinks they suit defensive football. We have front-footed center backs, high-flying fullbacks, young energetic midfielders, and wingers who love to make out to in runs. He will optimize our forwards like he has done with Wissa, Mbeumo, Tony, hiding their weaknesses and maximizing their strengths. Finally, he's also got the personality and composure to manage the media circus around Spurs and also galvanize a young group. So that's a fantastic breakdown of what Thomas Frank could bring to Spurs. So honestly, yeah, I could get behind it, but it's just bittersweet. Just ripping our most successful manager in 41 years out of this club. It's hard, bro. It's really hard, to be honest. It's tough. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Would you like Thomas Frank at Spurs? Are you thinking more Marco Silva? I haven't seen any concrete links of Inzaghi, but I know that we're speaking to him, I guess. But I haven't seen like Fabrizio talk about it. I haven't seen Ali Gold talk about it. I haven't seen Paulo Keefe talk about it. It's been like up in the air. But what are you guys thinking? Inzaghi, Silva, Thomas Frank, keep Ange? What are you thinking? And make your predictions as of right now. I don't know if the news has come out yet. I don't think so. But as of right now, do you think that Ange will remain in his job, or do you think he'll be sacked? Let me know down below. Make sure to like and subscribe for more content, guys. Thank you so much for all your support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.